Hello builders, and welcome to the Backyard Bayou tour. This is our reptile area for our World Zoo project. Here we of course have all the reptiles. This includes the lizards, the snakes, all the crocodilian species, and the amphibians as well. Oh, and we can't forget our little boys, the turtles. As you'll quickly see, the theme for this whole area is just one big swamp, as most of the animals in it that take up the most space are our crocodilians. So I felt like a swamp was a perfect fit for them. These first two areas are for our two caiman species. This first one is the dwarf caiman, and this was the first exhibit I built in the area. This one took a little bit longer than the other exhibits as I was still trying to figure out the look for the whole zone. But in the end, I think we got it. Right here, and we don't want anyone falling into the exhibits, so I put this netting around most of the pathing, especially around the crocodile species. We don't want anyone falling in and giving our caiman or crocodiles a free lunch now, do we? Legally, I have to say that, but I wouldn't mind. The expenses. Just helps out a lot around the zoo. But you know what? Let's get on with the tour. You don't need to hear about the financial problems with the zoo. So let's see. Where were we? Yes, we came here. This is the spectacled caiman, which makes it look like they're wearing glasses, but trust me, they're not wearing glasses. They got good eyesight. Although, if you want to jump in there and take a look to see and test our eyesight, I'm not going to say no. Just sign this waiver, please. I'm real happy with all these exhibits turned out. The swamp idea was something I was throwing around for a while. It was kind of hard to build it at the start, as there was no real swamp biome you can just search for. So I had to kind of grab trees from different biomes and just kind of throw them in and see what fit. But leaving the caiman behind, we'll come this way and we'll head on over to our lizard area. This is where we have the monitor lizards and the Komodo dragons. First one up on the list is the Komodo Dojo. And full disclosure, you'll see this big statue right here on the left. I found that in the workshop and that's not me. But you know what? I've never been good at building statues out of rocks in this game, so I rely on the kindness of strangers to help with that. At least everything else is mine. I think out of all the exhibits in this area, the Komodo one was the one I was most disappointed in. I had bigger plans for this one. I was adding in a lot more rock features, but the Komodos, once I added them into the exhibit, could not actually path around the rocks, so I had to remove quite a few of them to get them in. And this here is the interior of the lizard lounge, where we have all the little lizard exhibits, and you can see on the outside of this little dome are the sleeping areas for the Komodos, the Nile monitors, and the Asian monitor lizards. And hopefully you guys haven't been waiting too long for the next tour video. It does take quite a while to build these areas with the level of detail I add to my parks, but you'll start seeing some more time lapses coming out soon for this whole area. Right here is just a little back path that guests can take if they want to have a little more secluded area to sit back and relax. Overall though, this is mostly for the keepers to come and access their own little area. This one is for the Asian monitor lizards. We gave them lots of water to swim around in and have fun, just like the Nile monitor ones, which will be coming up right after this. And right after this, we get the American alligators, which are probably the first animals you think about when you think of the name Backyard Bayou. which brings up that whole mental vibe of the southern swamps of North America. Now, while the game graphics aren't that bad, you might have noticed a little bit of a dip in quality from the last couple of videos, as the more and more I add to this park, I'm finding the lag has slowly been increasing, so I've had to at least drop it down to medium for these recordings. But even then, when I'm usually playing and building, I have it set to even lower than that. What do you expect when you have over 90 animals in the park and 3 months of work in it? It's bound to get a little laggy once in a while. Hopefully one day I can afford a new computer and can probably continue this project even further. Now let's come on over to this little mini shopping area which I created, and we dubbed it Alligator Alley. Guests can come down this way and get themselves a little swamp hot dog, buy some hats, buy a few little gift shop items, and juice some fruit. And now we'll come to the central building of the whole area. This is what we call Serpent Sanctuary, and here we have all the snakes in the area. A nice little dome building for them. Oddly enough, the shell of this building I had built near the very beginning of this whole area, but I had left it blank because I didn't know quite how it was going to fit into everything until the very end. Until I built most of the exhibits around it, then I came in and finished it off. We have a cliff peeking into the edge of it with a little waterfall, as you can see, and behind that cliff is Toad Tunnel, where we have all the amphibians. And we'll get to that part of the tour in a little while, but first, after this, we're going to go see our little Shelly boys, the tortoises. Look at that mechanic, hard at work, repairing everything, keeping everything tip-top shape. Oh wait, what? Whoa, what was that? Oh man, he's not doing his job. That was a broken vending machine. You better get on that, or else that's someone else who's going to get fired. Right here we come to our tortoise building with another little tortoise I found online on the workshop. As you all know, I'm not really good at doing the statues, but that's what people are always putting them on the workshop for. So thank you to whoever built Terry the tortoise. So guests are actually passing through this building to access the train station, and I figured while they wait, they can just walk inside this exhibit and hang out with the tortoises if they so choose. I mean, why wouldn't you choose that? Look at these guys, they are the cutest little boys. Fun fact, do you know tortoises actually like being scratched on their shells? That just makes me think of them as big old doggos. And here's another personal fact for you. When I first got this game, the tortoises were the very first animal I ever built an exhibit for, so it kind of was nostalgic coming back and building them a much more upgraded one, as the first one I built was just a simple square structure with not much going on in it. And here we have our train station, another stop along the entire route that people have to take to go around the entire zoo when it's complete. And beside the turtles and the train station, we have our little restaurant here called Gharial Gourmet. Here guests can come sit in the middle of the gharial habitat and enjoy a meal. And the fact that the fence is a little low does not imply that we want you to jump over to and play with the gharials and give us a little bit of financial support in giving the gharials a free meal. Legally speaking, I have to say that the low fence was just a aesthetic choice, and safety is our top priority here. And right here you'll notice that whenever I put these little fish feeders by the domes, I like putting a little rock between them, just so guests can't actually see the feeders themselves. I always like building my exhibits from the guest perspective, so I hope it adds a little bit more immersion to the whole exhibit. Leaving the gharials behind, we come on over to Toad Tunnel. Here we have all of our amphibians. Right here we got some axolotls and some newts. Oh, cute little guys, all of them. All of them are cute in their own little way. Near the back end of the tunnel here, we got the bigger toads and frogs, and also our little poisonous tree frogs as well. Now, I wanted this cave to look a lot different from my insect cave, which was more dark and black, as that felt like it fit the insects better. But here, I wanted everything to be more open and vibrant, which I think helps add to that whole swampy feel to the zone. Now, that open space on the right there that we just passed will eventually lead to an Australian section, which I felt was perfect to put the saltwater crocodiles right beside them, as they're a good transition animal. I gave guests lots of ways to view the crocodiles from here. They can look at them from inside to a tunnel, or they can come out here and look at them from this little docking area. If you remember Alligator Alley, this building is the one adjacent to it, so guests can see both the alligators and the crocodiles from the one spot. And we have one more final viewing area right near the back here. Guests can access it from Toad Tunnel. This is where the educator comes and can give little talks to educate people about the crocodiles and their salty ways. So now comes the part of the video where I have to do that YouTuber thing and ask you guys to come join me over on Twitch. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those things that people like to ask to do. Feel free to do it, it really does help me out, and I would also love to see you guys over on Twitch. And just come chat as I build. Link down below. Also feel free to join my Discord. I will also be posting when I go live there as well. As far as this channel's information goes, I will be posting new videos hopefully soon of time lapses of me building this whole swamp zone. I'll try and get the videos out every 1 or 2 days. I'm still trying to teach myself video editing, so hopefully these aren't turning out too bad, and at least some of you are enjoying it. But with the whole spiel done, I'll leave you guys with that, and happy building everyone, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye, builders!